Hey guys, this is Mrs. Cutting, and I am going to go over with you the review packet for the Unit 3 percents quiz. So the first thing is I can use a double number line to represent percentages. And the first problem says, Elena biked 8 miles on Saturday. Use the double number line to answer the questions. Be prepared to explain your reasoning. So the distance she biked on Saturday, that's going to be 100% of her Saturday distance. So I'm going to label that that's 8. And then I'm going to work my way backwards. So 50% would be half of that, so that would be 4. 25% would be half of that, so that would be 2. So now I know I'm going by 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 100% of her Saturday distance was 8 miles. On Sunday, she biked 75% of her Saturday distance, so that's going to be 6 miles. On Monday, she biked 125% of her Saturday distance, so that's going to be 10 miles. Jada has a new puppy that weighs 9 pounds. The vet says that the puppy is now at about 20% of its adult weight. What will be the adult weight of the puppy? So 9 pounds is 20%, so I'm going to go 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And draw my lines at the top. And so this was 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. So 100% of the puppy's adult weight will be 45 pounds. During a basketball practice, my attempted 40 free throws and was successful on 25% of them. How many successful free throws did she make? So 100% of them would have been all 40. So I'm going to work my way backwards. Half of 40, the 50% would be 20. Half of that would be 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50, 60. So if she only made 25% of them, that is 10 free throws. All right, so then the next section, I can use a diagram to model benchmark percentages. And to save time on my video, I already partitioned them out. Complete the diagram to model your answer and show any work necessary. What is 50% of 56? So I cut it into 2 pieces. I'm going to shade just one of them. That's my 50%. I'm going to label that this whole thing is 56, and the section I want is 50%. And to find 50%, I'm going to do 56 divided by 2, which is 28. What is 10% of 78? So I have this split into 10 pieces. Pretend these are more even than they are. This whole thing is 78. I want just one little chunk that's 10%. So I'm going to do 78 split into 10 equal pieces is 7.8. What is 25% of 36? Again, pretend these are equal. This whole thing is 36. I just want 25%. And to find 25%, I need to do 36 divided by 4, which is 9. What is 75% of 32? So the whole thing is 32. I want 75%. To find 75%, I'm going to find 25% and then multiply it by 3. So 32 divided by 4 gives me 8. So each of these sections is 8. So then I need to do 8 times 3, which is 24. What is 10% of 96? So I have this split into 10 pieces. This whole thing is 96. One little section is 10%. And I'm going to do 96 divided by 10 is 9.6. What is 75% of 72? So I need 3 sections here. This whole thing is 72. I want 75% of it. So I need to do 72 divided by 4, which is 18. And then 18 times 3, because this is 18, another 18, and another 18, which is 54. All right, last section / the longest section. I can use a table to solve problems involving percentages. Use a table to model your thinking. Han buys an item with a normal price of $15 and uses a 10% off coupon. How much does he save using the coupon? So the normal price of $15, that's my whole / 100%. The 10% is my percent. So then how much does he save? That's the part, and that's what I'm looking for. So I know my whole and my 100%, so I'm going to plug that into my table. $15 is my 100%, and I am finding 10%. If I see this jump right away that I can just do divided by 10, I can go ahead and take that shortcut. If not, I can find 1% and then go up to 10. So divided by 100, divided by 100, this is 0.15. And then times 10, times 10, 1.5, which is $1.50. Claire buys an item with a normal price of $24, but saves $6 by using a coupon. For what percentage off is this coupon? So the normal price is our whole / 100%. Saving $6, that's the part, and it wants to know about the percent. So $24 is 100%, and we're saving, the part is 6. So if I see right away that I can do 24 divided by 4 to get down to 6, I can do that. Otherwise, I can go to 1. So 24 divided by 24 gives me 1. 100 divided by 24. When I round that, I get 4.17. And then times 6. Times 6 is 25.02. If you did it the other way by just doing divided by 4, you would get an even 25. But I got 25.02%. All right, a store is having a 20% off sale on all merchandise. If Mai buys one item and saves $13, what was the original price of her purchase? So 20% is the percent. She saves $13, so that's my part. And it wants to know what was the original price. So we want to find the whole / 100%. So I can't start with my whole and 100% because I don't know it. So I have to start with my part and my percent. So I know that $13 is 20%. And I want to find the whole, so I want to find 100%. If you see right away that we can do 20 times 5 to go to 100, go for it. Otherwise, we can find 1% and then go up to 100. So divided by 20, divided by 20, this gives me 0.65 times 100 times 100 is 65. So the original price was $65. Okay, so that was an example of find the part, find the percent, and find the whole. This is another find the part. This is find the percent, and this is find the part. This is find the part. This is find the whole. For the sake of time, and that I only get 15 minutes for this video, I am going to move on. So now we don't have a context, it's just a story problem, or just a Question involving a percent. Okay, so what is 24% of 60? And here's where I want to remember that of usually tells me about my whole, and is usually tells me about my part. So this isn't a guarantee, but most of the time when we're talking these sorts of problems, that is how it's worded. Okay, so what is, so my is, I don't know, that's my part. 24%, that's my percent. Of 60, that's my whole / 100%. So 60 is 100%. We don't know what number goes with 24%. I fill in all three of those numbers because then I know where to put my 1. I want my 1 on the same side as my number down here. So I'm going to go divided by 100. Divided by 100. This gives me 0.60 times 24 times 24, and this gives me 14.4. 55%, that's my percent, of 90, that's my whole / 100, is what number? That's my part. So this time I'm looking for the part. I know my whole, so I'm going to start with that. 90 is 100%. I want to know what number goes with 55%. So divided by 100. Divided by 100. This gives me 0.90 times 55. Times 55 is 49.5. Okay, so that was find the part, find the part. This is going to be find the whole. So 30% is my percent of what means we're missing our whole. Is 6 is my part. So 6 is the 30%. I want to find the 100%. So divided by 30. Divided by 30 gives me 0.2 times 100 times 100 is 20. So that was find the whole. This is find the whole. This is find the part. I'm going to go down and do one that's find the percent. What percent? I know I'm looking for the percent because there's nothing in there with a percent symbol and it says what percent. Of 154 is my whole / 100%. Is 37 is my part. All right. 154 is my 100%. And I want to know what percent goes with my part, which is 37. So my 1 goes on this side. I'm going to go divided by 154. Divided by 154. And I get 0.65 times 37 times 37, and that is 24.05. All right, that's it for today. See you next time.